I hear about the Gohonzon. In the Nichiren Shu, what is Gohonzon? Gohonzon in different tradition could be statues, but what is Gohonzon for Nichiren Shu?
Well, usually Honzon is considered like the main object of veneration. That's the meaning of Honzon when people hear. Gohonzon is the honorific Go, which means a very special Gohonzon, the great Honzon, which is interesting because this is, again, some misinformation about Nichiren Buddhism. So, of course, most people think, of course, chanting the Daimoku and the Gohonzon. And the Gohonzon, of course, is really fascinating because Nichiren Shonin, this was one of the greatest contributions of Nichiren Shonin, was that on a piece of paper, he inscribed basically the entire order of the Lotus Sutra in picture form using the Japanese kanji, and basically making a picture concerning the ceremony in the air, which is actually the great event that happens in the Lotus Sutra. So important thing that happens in the Lotus Sutra is that from underground, right? So again, as I stated, Nichiren Buddhists believe this world is the eternal Buddha's pure land. So we're not thinking about going somewhere else. This is where we get our practice. This is where we manifest our clarity. So in the Lotus Sutra, as the Buddha is teaching, as he reveals that he's an eternal Buddha, because the people in his audience, of course, are his current disciples. And suddenly, these bodhisattvas come out from under the ground, from the earth, which is a very important symbolism in the Lotus Sutra about this world being the pure land. And those bodhisattvas emerging from the earth is the most important event in the Lotus Sutra, where the Buddha was saying, these are my original students from the remotest past, from the eternal past, and they've been studying with me. And of course, the crowd had never seen these beings before. And so therefore, even his greatest students that he had were stunned because the Buddha said, I'm going to give you the real essence of my teaching. And they asked him and they asked him. And then of course, when he gave it, they didn't believe him because that challenged their attainments. They said, okay, wait a second. So what you've taught me, I don't understand it because where did these bodhisattvas come from? So Nichiren Shonin took that main teaching and symbolized the great event of the stupa in the air, in which you have the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and you have the past Buddha called Taho Buddha. And Taho Buddha is the Buddha that these two Buddhas, when they come together, show the present and the past, showing the eternal nature of the Buddha. And this Buddha saying what Shakyamuni Buddha is teaching is true. Kind of, you know, it's very important in Japanese, in ancient literature, to show this kind of example of verifying the truth rather than just one person saying it. So Nichiren Shonin, as a great pictograph, formally inscribed the Gohonzon. And there was a process because Nichiren Shonin's original Gohonzon were very simple with Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. And of course, he had a while till he revealed his greatest masterpiece, which was the what we call the Gohonzon. And again, each tradition has different Gohonzon. But Nichiren Shu, we use Nichiren Shonin's original Gohonzon for our practice. And so therefore, a lot of times people think of the Gohonzon as a magic piece of paper in which you get, and then therefore it is the great giver of magic and anything that you wish comes true. But the mandala is a great representation of our faith and of Nichiren Shonin's enlightenment and, thesis of the Lotus Sutra. So there is actually a really great tradition behind it. And it is not, Nichiren Shonin didn't give everybody a Gohonzon. That's an interesting misunderstanding that people have, because as a priest, people always ask me, can I have a Gohonzon? Can I have a Gohonzon? And the Gohonzon for Nichiren Shu Buddhist is a symbol of our faith. So usually under a guide or a teacher, at a certain point in one's practice, when they've shown that they understand the teachings and have a certain amount of faith, then they're given the Gohonzon as a representation of that transmission between the teacher and student. That is the Nichiren Shu, and linking them with Nichiren Shonin, Minobu-san, and even Mount Tiantai in China, and ultimately Mount Sacred Eagle, where the Buddha taught the Lotus Sutra in India. So it's kind of a connective document, I would say.
Wow, so it doesn't mean anybody can just go to the store and get it, huh?
Well, actually, you can buy them at stores. But, you know, the important thing is, it's really like you can buy any butsuzo at the store, any statue at the store. But the important thing is the spirit that is put into it. And that is what Nichiren Shonin said, because it's important. There are many, we call it eye-opening. So it's the opening of the eyes of the statue, and which is a very important tradition in Nichiren Buddhism. Same with opening the eyes of the Gohonzon. That means that we put into it the voice of the Buddha. So the Buddha itself has 32 marks. 31 of them are physical, like a physical body, touching the knees, the long earlobes, the spokes on the hands, etc. The 32nd is his voice. So that is why the Lotus Sutra is chanted. And that's why it's proclaimed as such. And when using the Lotus Sutra, it opens it as the essential teaching of the Lotus Sutra itself. So, and the eternal Buddha is enshrined within that.
Wonderful. So it seems like you said, you know, Gohonzon, you guys use characters, kanji.
Okay.
So why characters are more important than, let's say, a statue?
Well, in Nichiren Buddhism, Nichiren Shu, the Honzon can be made of statues. So there are Nichiren Shu Honzon that are completely statues with the Gohonzon. So this is a big, this is an important part that is important to explain about Nichiren Shu Buddhism. We use statues extensively. That's why if we were at my temple in Seattle, we have an early Edo huge statue of Nichiren Shonin, very big. And also behind me in the shrine is actually a statue of Kishimojin, which is the devil mother, the ogress of the Lotus Sutra, who vows to protect practitioners of the Lotus Sutra. And enshrined in that is the statue that is from the one of the Dairagyo, or the ascetic training of Nichiren Buddhism. So that's one of the contentions between some modern schools and Nichiren Shu, is that some of them only use the Gohonzon, but Nichiren Shu uses a large variety of statuary and Gohonzon together. The most important thing is that it symbolizes the ceremony and the era of the Lotus Sutra. That's the most important element. And that is based on the Lotus Sutra. So we can use statues or paper Gohonzon, etc., to symbolize that in Nichiren Shu.